From Hollywood, time once again for Money TV. I'm Don Baillargeon. Thanks for joining us. Money TV is the program all about money and what makes it happen. Well, in the hours leading up to the president's nomination of Brett Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court, the radical left was hard at work making signs. They made protest signs, hell no signs, he's a racist signs. They made all kinds of signs for the opposition effort against whomever Trump was going to pick. It was amazing how they were able to take to the streets with professionally made signs mere minutes after the announcement. A couple of premature, inadvertent tweets somehow escaped, protesting the pick before it was even announced, without the name of the nominee inserted. Hypocrisy at its finest. Now, Democrats have almost no chance of blocking Kavanaugh's path to the high court. He has the right educational qualifications, already serves on a powerful U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia. He's even respected by liberals such as Supreme Court Justice Elena Kagan, who hired him to teach at Harvard Law School before she joined the Supreme Court. Now, there are 10 Democratic senators up for re-election in November in states that Trump carried in the 2016 presidential election. Somehow, the Democrats have to convince these 10 to sacrifice their political futures and vote against Kavanaugh. Not going to happen. Then they need to convince Republican Senators Collins of Maine and Murkowski of Alaska to break partisan ranks and join the left. That would be political suicide for both of them. The left is wringing its hands over Roe versus Wade, as the court would have a solid conservative majority for the foreseeable future. But this pick is not about abortion as much as it is about protecting the U.S. Constitution and blocking liberal lower court judges from ignoring laws and trying to legislate from the bench. This pick is about protecting us from socialist parasites and their agenda of open borders and no immigration enforcement. This pick is about protecting America. Now, here's something you don't have to protect whatsoever. It's our toll-free number, good from anywhere in the world you're watching the program. Toll-free, 888-259-4449, to get free information about our featured guests. When you do call, be sure and ask to be added to the subscription list of our Money TV newsletter. Again, toll-free from anywhere in the world, 888-259-4449. Be sure and visit us at MoneyTV.net. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Well, our first guest this week is joining us direct from West Palm Beach, Florida, Mr. Roger Ralston. Roger is the CEO of a company called DirectView Holdings Incorporated. Their stock symbol is DIRV. Roger, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Don. Good to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you with us. DirectView Holdings describes itself as a company focused on ownership and management of leading video and security technology companies. Can you give us a general overview, please?
Yeah, what DirectView Holdings is, it's comprised of a number of subsidiary companies that specialize in the security and surveillance field. We've got DirectView Security Systems, Virtual Surveillance, and then we also have Apex CCTV, which are our three main subsidiaries that we have. The difference between them are the first two specialize in full turnkey solutions. We'll do everything from soup to nuts. So if somebody's looking for a security surveillance system, access control system, they'll contact us. We'll come out on site. We'll do design for them. We do full planning. We help people with permits, things like that, to get what they need. In the cannabis space, it's required to use the drawings that we provide to them for that. And then we also do the access control side of it, along with the security cameras, also turnstiles in the front of large office buildings, things like that. Then we also have Apex CCTV, which is a online e-commerce site that we have. And that one we announced recently that we are redesigning it and relaunching it right now. We're in the soft launch phase right now of that, actually. That is a website that historically has done extremely well, done over $9 million in revenue. Very, very strong, big presence on the internet.
Well, we've experienced a nationwide revolution of sorts as citizens have reacted to tragedies of public shootings nationwide. How's the company responding?
Well, it is tragic, the things that have happened in the news, and unfortunately, bad events cause our phone to ring. So the need for security has never been greater than it is at this time. So whether it be office buildings needing to protect employees from disgruntled customers, disgruntled ex-employees, things like that, to just protecting their staff from even slip and falls, pilferage, computers missing, and then just for documentation of people that were actually in the office, what they could have been doing on a daily basis and things like that. And then just for management to be able to see and manage the staff at either one location or dispersed locations around the country or around the world using our products, it gives them a sense that they're able to have a tighter view, tighter control, tighter security on those individuals and properties. You know, so from everything from office buildings to educational field, we have schools that use our products. We have access control at the front door where you may walk up to the front door, press a button, the button can ring the video can then be broadcast either just on site or anywhere around the world, and then people can see who's at the door before they let them in. Also, New York Heliport's a client of ours. So you know, we're in the aviation field as well, regulated by the FAA there. So and then in the cannabis space, even there. So just the need for security has never been greater. So pretty much wherever you go outside of your house, any office building, store, things like that, you're going to see the products and services that we sell.
What we've seen thus far in recent releases is very impressive. Is the company able to meet the expected demand as more and more companies and individuals require the products and services that DirectView offers?
Yes, well, thank you very much. Appreciate that. And yes, the demand is absolutely growing, and we're growing with the demand. So you know, we're adding staff, we're adding more product lines and things like that right now. We've just added to our staff in our main office in Texas. We have 11,500 square feet there. So we're adding salespeople, we're adding project manager, we're adding people in our tech lab to help handle installations that we have going on, you know, across the country.
Can you discuss the recent news issued this week on the new order for approximately $475,000 and any others you might be working on?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for asking. The order that we talked about today is for a global client of ours. We've signed a global agreement with them to be able to provide our security solutions to them for our security cameras and our access control. Their locations range from everything from a small distribution facility to a large manufacturing facility, which could be, you know, 1 million square feet, so and hundreds of cameras. So they've just signed on with us. We're finalizing everything right now to get the installation started at a facility that is actually close to 1 million square feet right now.
Well, Roger, the company is getting into new technologies such as artificial intelligence. What can you tell us about that?
Correct. That's really an exciting field of security right now. With artificial intelligence paired with security cameras, you can do really cool James Bond kind of things with it. You're able to, you know, pick up a face in a crowd. It could be, you know, one person walking through a huge facility, whether it be, you know, an office building or whether it be an arena. So the facial recognition, the artificial intelligence will put everything together. We've also got a technology that we're working with where you can say for your office building, you want to find everybody that came in with a blue shirt that day. It can find everybody with a blue shirt. If you want to say you want to see somebody who came in with a red shirt but came in 7 times, you can put that in the system and it can give you that. It also has OCR built into it, optical character recognition. So what that is, if somebody walks in and they have something printed, say, on their shirt, or where they're wearing a hat or something like that, and it has certain words in it, or certain phrase, or even a picture, you can search the database and be able to find it that way. It's really exciting stuff that's going on right now, and it's doing nothing but getting bigger and bigger.
On the corporate management side of operations, the company recently retired some debt and is restructuring its financing. Can you give us some details on that?
Absolutely. What we've done is we had 3 basic note holders were our main debt holders in the company. We've taken that and reduced it from 3 to 2. We've got 2 very nice groups that are in there right now, and we're looking to actually further restructure that as well right now. We feel that that's in the best interest of the company. It's in the best interest of shareholders to get that in place. And then, like I said, as we go forward, we have plans right now. We're doing further restructuring to tighten that up as well.
Well, let's discuss the company's strategies on growth. It appears the recent acquisitions have been very good thus far.
Absolutely, absolutely. DirectView Holdings was set up as a holding company to go out and go on a roll-up strategy. So we are now able to execute that. We've purchased these two companies right now, Virtual Surveillance, Apex CCTV, along with our core direct view security systems. And our revenues are doing nothing but blowing up from where they were before. It's a huge, huge difference, growing at leaps and bounds. So having these two companies is great. We're finishing all the integration of them right now, and we're also simultaneously looking at other acquisition opportunities that are out there as well. The security space is a very, very fragmented space. So if you were to go out and try to find a comparable company to ours that's publicly traded in the security space, you would actually be very hard pressed to do that. Actually, right down the road, Tyco is a company that's in the security space, but they're obviously a lot larger than us, over 100 years old. But when I say that it's a very fragmented space, I mean that. It's huge. There's thousands of companies out there that are doing what we're doing, but they're not part of a larger group. And what we're finding in speaking to people is that they'd like to be part of something bigger. So to be able to bring them in with us, we have people that we're talking to that they might be interested in doing the local arena in their town, or a huge football arena or something like that, but they don't have the manpower to do it. They don't have the expertise to do it. They just happen to know about the opportunity, and they're not able to push forward and close a deal like that. Well, bringing them in with us, being part of something larger where we have the whole suite of individuals and the technical staff, and the project managers and the support staff, the ongoing support staff to take care of those kind of clients, that makes it more attractive to them. And also that, they'd be interested in coming on with us, and in many cases they're interested in being on, coming in with us, and they're interested in the public side of it, where everything they contribute can help grow the value of the company and value to the shareholders, and thus eventually the value of the shares that they get in the company.
Well, you recently applied to the OTCQB. What can you tell us about that?
Correct, we did. The OTCQB is just a little bit a different class level on the OTC markets where we're trading right now. We are already a fully reporting, audited small cap company. So that being the case, we actually are the same as the other companies that are in that space, as well as the OTCQB even. Very, very similar characteristics to that. So from that standpoint, there's not a huge difference. The OTCQB is it's an ongoing process. We're still in the process of doing it right now. They do have certain criterias that have to be met, which we're still in the process of looking to attain that. So the OTCQB is an option for us, as well as the bulletin board is an option for us as we look to move up the food chain, if you will, to eventually someday get in the big boys. So NASDAQ or something of that level.
Well, Roger, there have been rumblings about the company's stock being shorted. Can you comment on that?
That's exactly it. It's rumblings and people talking about it. To actually see who's doing something like that, I have no clue. I've been told that it's been happening. There's a lot of strength in the company right now, and it's going the right direction. And whatever may be happening in that space, I don't know the exact details on that, nor is it my place to get involved in the exact details where shorting goes. But I have heard that has been happening, unfortunately.
Once again, Direct View Holdings Incorporated, DIRV is their stock symbol. Roger, why is this a good time right now for people to take a closer look at your company?
We're in a growth phase. As a company, we're in a growth phase, and the security industry as a whole is in a big growth phase. The technologies are doing nothing but getting better and better and better. With the advent of the IP security cameras, the availability to be able to have viewing, recording, worldwide, nationwide, and for people to be able to have control over things, is huge. I mean, there's, like I said before, any office building that you may go into, they're going to have the products and services that we sell. So, we're out looking for other acquisitions right now. We're on the right path. We feel that we've done very well. Like I said, our revenues are up huge right now. Our clients are doing nothing but growing and growing. So we feel great about the company.
Stock symbols DIRV, Direct View Holdings Incorporated. Of course, Roger, we've initiated coverage of the company. Be watching you very closely over the next several weeks. Thanks so much for joining us.
Well, thank you so much, Don. It's great to be here.
Joining us now on the phone are two gentlemen with Origin Clear Incorporated, OCLN's their stock. Some, of course, the CEO is Riggs Eckelberry. Riggs, always a pleasure.
You know, it's an exciting time to be on this show because we have some an amazing announcement to make. So glad to be back.
We're also joined by Dan Early. Dan is the president of something called Modular Water. Dan, welcome to the program.
Good morning. Glad to be with you.
Now, Riggs, what's the significance of Dan and Modular Water in relation to Origin Clear?
Well, you know, for months now, we've had this concept of water chain, which is now a thing. Water chain is a way to turn, basically to rescue the world's water by creating on-site decentralized water treatment. In other words, treatment at the point of need. And now Water Chain is done, incubated, and we were able to bring in Dan Early, who is really the product version of that. So what Dan has is an amazing product line with proprietary materials that actually creates these on-site water systems prefabricated at the point of need.
That's amazing. Now, you gentlemen have provided us with a short slideshow, so I'm going to ask the two of you to narrate what we're looking at. Here we go.
Well, Dan, as you know, these are these wonderful units that you create, and, you know, the systems in the trenches, so feel free to chime in.
Well, the premise behind modular water systems is, as Riggs indicated, it's to deliver decentralized engineered solutions for the water and the wastewater industry. The key component and unique aspect to water systems is the application of structurally reinforced thermoplastics, or SRTP. If you are familiar with the water and wastewater world, you'll understand that the water delivery, water treatment, water storage typically utilizes conventional materials of construction such as concrete and painted steel. In this instance, we recognize that structurally reinforced thermoplastics represents an advancement, a threshold, a leap forward with regards to overcoming the limitations of concrete and steel. So by using heavy plastic manufacturing, we're able to deliver these advanced, highly capable engineered solutions for the water and wastewater treatment industry, which really separate themselves from conventional technologies in their durability and their sustainability. We're able to use emerging technologies, emerging processes, and package them all into these very robust, highly effective treatment systems that we can take to, like Rick said, point of use. We can provide reuse and reclamation opportunities where we can treat water, use for irrigation, reflush, and for any number of different applications where wastewater is a precious commodity that can be recycled for other purposes.
Yes, and in a word, Dan Early is the Henry Ford of water treatment systems.
Well, now, is this technology, gentlemen, is this in development or is it available commercially right now?
It is available commercially right now. The SRTP-based treatment solutions and products, they've been underway and in the works now for about 7 years. The early years were research and development, testing the commercial applications, and in the last several years, we've been trying to mainstream the product into the market. So they are readily available, standardized systems, custom solutions.
Riggs, nearly out of time, but what does this mean to the company overall?
Okay, what this means really is that this is the tsunami of adoption, is the self-reliant on-site water treatment systems. And with the prefabrication, we can literally have them on the rack, ready for people to select and get their water treatment done in a box.
Fantastic. Once again, the company is Origin Clear Incorporated, OCLN is their stock symbol. Dan Early with Modular Water, Riggs Eckelberry, Origin Clear. Fascinating presentation. Thanks so much for joining us.
It's a great pleasure. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Have you heard the news? There's only one flat-fee news distribution network on the market. It's called Access Wire, and it's exclusively from Issuer Direct. Any day, anytime, the Access Wire News Network can deliver your press release to more than 1,500 media outlets in 98 countries. Access Wire also delivers real-time engagement analytics. You will learn who read and shared your press release and more. Best news of all, getting started is easy. Visit accesswire.com and extend your company's news reach today.
Does this sound familiar? Turned down for a mortgage? Credit card interest over 20%? Didn't get the job you wanted? The problem is your credit score. Unsure what your credit score is? Call the Advocacy Network, 321-947-3220. Talk to Carl. He can help you regain your financial independence. Change your life today. 321-947-3220. Talk to Carl.
Have you heard the news? There's only one flat-fee news distribution network on the market. It's called Access Wire, and it's exclusively from Issuer Direct. Any day, anytime, the Access Wire News Network can deliver your press release to more than 1,500 media outlets in 98 countries. Access Wire also delivers real-time engagement analytics. You will learn who read and shared your press release and more. Best news of all, getting started is easy. Visit accesswire.com and extend your company's news reach today.
We are back. Thanks for staying with us. I'm joined now direct from Phoenix, Arizona by Mr. Will Ralston. Will is the president of Single Point Incorporated, SING is their stock symbol. Will, welcome back to the program.
Hey, thanks for having us again, Don.
Now, you folks are going to be presenting at the National Investment Bankers Association meeting in New York next week. What are your goals there?
Yeah, we're really excited. So we actually get to New York on Monday, and we'll be going through all the conference affairs that day and then presenting on Tuesday. And since we filed our Form 10 and we're really taking that next step, we're out there looking to increase our exposure among the investment community, specifically the institutions as well as the family offices. And this is a rather large show where a lot of them are going to be.
I know there's a lot of excitement surrounding the crypto wallet. What's the latest news?
Yeah, so we're in the last mile of development there, and we're making some UI changes. We're actually able to send and receive Bitcoin now from the application, which for anybody familiar with trying to build a application from scratch and send a Bitcoin out of it, not that easy. But we figured it out, and we're making a couple UI changes. Then we'll submit to Apple for final production approval.
Will, you mentioned the Form 10 filing. Any new updates on the status of that?
We're expecting to hear back with any comments within about the next 7 days or so. So once that happens, we'll go ahead and respond to those comments, and then approaching the 60-day mark is when the Form 10 will go effective, and we will aim to have all comments satisfied by that time.
Well, I know there are acquisitions in the pipeline. What can you tell us about those?
Yeah, so we actually met with one yesterday, and we're pretty much have the whole definitive agreement locked up, and we're looking to just cross the T's and dot the I's, and hopefully in the next coming weeks here we'll be able to go ahead and finalize that acquisition. It's a nice company out of Phoenix here and selling products and services, again, ancillary space in the cannabis industry, so pretty exciting times.
Once again, Single Point Incorporated, SING is their stock symbol. Will, good luck next week in New York. Thanks so much for joining us.
Wonderful. Thanks, Don. Appreciate it.
And joining us now on the phone is Mr. Warren Wang. Warren is the CEO of ChineseInvestors.com Incorporated. Their stock symbol CIIX. Warren, welcome back to the program.
Hi, Donald. How are you, sir?
I am doing terrific. What's the latest with the company?
I just got an interview by Small Cap Boy. I'm sorry I brought up your competitor, but anyway, they interviewed me the day before yesterday. I'm glad finally we're reuniting again in this TV show. Unfortunately, I'm back to LA. I'm back to New York, and we did an investor roadshow yesterday. Invited over 10 accredited investors into office in Trump Building, 40 Wall Street. And then we showed each department what we did, and every investor very pleased because, you know, we are making progress. I believe we started office since January this year. And then right now we have over 10, 15 employees over there. And we have a full division for the blockchain division. And I got an investor from Paris, the original from California. And he called me today. He said, Warren, I'm going to have a conference call with other investor. But me and the investor doesn't understand what your guy's doing. You know, it's let me feel very embarrassing because I've been, you know, doing this for 20 years, but the investor still very confused with what we do. You know, so I sent an email to him, and I hopefully using your program to explain to the mainstream investor, English-speaking investor, Basically, Chinese investor or main goal is provide education for the Chinese investor around the world, especially North American Chinese investor, the education, commentary, and media parts about U.S. market, about gold, about blockchain. Like I said, our former Federal Reserve Chairman, Ms. Yellen, said Bitcoin is part of like emerging asset class. So besides the U.S. equity and bonds and the gold, we also can invest into digital currency or cryptocurrency as a part of asset allocation. So Chinese investor main goal is provide education, commentary, news analysis, and the media parts for the Chinese investor. So I send my reply to the investor, so hopefully he can understand what we really do. Because CBS MarketWatch, Street.com, they mainly cover maybe U.S. equity markets because there's all the retail investor, middle class investor investing into. But with the blockchain emerging, there's some kind of digital currency the investor can buy. I think that right now only 30 million people are entering into this digital currency. But I see the world, the trend. I see the newspaper is getting less people reading. There's less readership. More people will be on the mobile. Right. So I believe the currency will be more digital. So Chinese investor is providing education for blockchain, current digital currency, and also the equity market, education for Chinese investor. Hope make this very clear, Donald.
Once again, the company's ChineseInvestors.com, CIIX. That was an eloquent explanation, Warren. Look forward to having you in the studio again soon. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Donald.
Take care.
All right. Thank you.
On this week's Money Wrap radio program, we're going to talk about the rank stupidity of the open borders argument. To find a radio station near you, to listen online, go to MoneyWrap.com. Call us right now, toll-free from anywhere in the world, 888-259-4449 for free information about our featured guests. When you do call, be sure and ask to be added to the subscription list of our MoneyTV newsletter. Again, toll-free from anywhere in the world, 888-259-4449. Be sure and visit us at MoneyTV.net, and please like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. That's our show this week. As always, we'll be back next week. Thanks so much for joining us.